Hello everybody, and today I'm going to talk about the new Necron Enduring Warlord trait in Chapter 2 2017. The question I have to ask is, do you think this works with quantum shielding? Because I believe this rule can be read in both ways. Because each time a model suffers damage from an unsafe wound, roll a d6. If the result is less than the damage inflicted by the attack, the damage is ignored. So if the model suffers 4 damage, then you roll a 3 less, the damage is ignored. Okay, so if I go read the other one. Right, reduce damage inflicted on your warlord by 1 to a minimum of 1. For example, if your warlord fails a saving throw against a weapon that inflicts 3 damage, you will only lose 2 wounds. So with that's worded right, you actually take the damage before you reduce it. So you could argue both ways that the quantum shielding kicks in before you take the damage. Because it says damage is ignored. So you can read this both ways, you could argue both ways. I would play it that the quantum shielding kicks in before the what do you call it, enduring will kicks in. Simply because you have a chance to ignore the damage before you actually take it and gets reduced by 1. So the way it's worded, I would say this one works first, and then that one works. But you have to be fair for Q in that, and you'll probably have a lot of arguments. So my advice is, if you go to tournaments, and if you for some reason take Necrons, because they're not top tier unless you mean you just kick everyone's ass, it's just massive. Double check with the tournament organizer which one works first before you start playing, alright? You don't want to be relying on that, and then it sucks. So you might want to take the field of pain instead with Catacomb Command Barge. So that's all I'm going to say on that new warlord trait. I'm going to go over a quick few ideas for Veil of Darkness really quickly. I'll do some of the extra tactical videos on this in the future. But a few ways to use this in case you are wondering, like, how can I use it effectively. Number one, as I said in another video, you can teleport members of Zandrake across, then follow over with Vanguard Arbor with some Lynch Gun, attack early man. More to that than just that, okay? This is very, very powerful for winning you the game. You can easily keep him back in your deployment zone for a few turns, then teleport some Immortals and yourself on an objective marker. That is amazing right there, okay? But another good option for this, right, is not just melee units, it's also to help people. So let's say if you got some Wraiths now, like again they bat kit, you got 1 left, and you like kill the unit, you can go run him out of line of sight, okay? But before you do that, teleport him over, when he out of line of sight, teleport him over next to the Wraith so no one can see him or shoot him, and bring Cryptek along. And then you can use this next turn, give the Wraiths the animation with a +1 from the Cryptek, and if you've got enough command points you can give it a reroll in 1. So this teleportation is very effective for using with this because you can save your Wraiths. I personally wouldn't use this on Wraiths because Wraiths are too cheap. I would use that on the Canoptic Anthrites. That's my personal opinion on that one. Another good thing is just running away, because there's nothing in here that says you can't use it if you're in combat. So if you get stuck in combat and your Immortals are getting killed or whatever unit your warlord's near, you say, I'm running away, just grab the unit, grab yourself and just teleport across the board. Let's go some points so you can get Line Breaker. Another easy point is Line Breaker with that. Last turn, just teleport them over. Unfortunately you can't use it with the Satan because that's really infantry. But that's really good. The best ways I would think right now off the top of my head is melee. Get your Immortals in position turn 1 if you want. Use them as a Deceiver. Then you can combo with a Deceiver to bring even more units over. So if you're very lucky, you can get like 5 units coming over turn 1. So there's a lot of options for the Veil of Darkness, and I actually think it's a really good relic. I do. The war trait is better than the ones in the rulebook, but it's not like to say, oh yeah, I won that so badly. I would have preferred like if I keep a command point or something. It's effective, don't get me wrong, but my overlords don't normally get into combat. Okay, so that is a few hints and tips for the Veil of Darkness, and I hope it will help you out in your games in the future. And I'll catch you all again in the next video.